Most people think small space gardening fails because there isn't enough room. That's wrong. It fails because people use full-size gardening methods in tiny spaces. Oversized plants, shallow containers, poor airflow, and inconsistent watering destroy yields fast in balconies, patios, and raised beds. One thing that completely changed my container gardens was stopping the guesswork. I started using the YAMRON 4-in-1 soil moisture meter because small containers dry out unevenly and nutrient problems show up faster in tight spaces. Most gardeners either overwater or wait too long. I'll leave the exact one I use in the description if you want to check it out. It helps catch problems before plants start stalling. If you care about real harvests from limited space, subscribe now because a few of these techniques can easily double production in small gardens. Most gardeners waste vertical space without realizing it. The fastest way to increase production is growing upward instead of outward. A cucumber vine crawling on the ground can consume an entire raised bed. The same plant trained vertically on a trellis uses barely a fraction of the space while producing cleaner fruit with better airflow. I stopped using weak bamboo stakes years ago because mature tomato plants become extremely heavy once fruit sets. Strong cattle panels, tension wire, or metal conduit last much longer and prevent plants from collapsing mid-season. Containers fail because roots overheat. This is one of the most overlooked problems in small space gardening. Dark plastic pots sitting on concrete can overheat roots badly during hot afternoons. Plants look thirsty even when the soil is wet because the roots are stressed. That's why I prefer fabric grow bags for peppers, tomatoes, and eggplants. They release heat faster and improve root airflow naturally. Elevating containers slightly off the ground also reduces heat buildup and improves drainage after watering. Companion planting only works when spacing makes sense. A lot of companion planting advice online is exaggerated nonsense. Plants don't magically help each other just because they grow nearby. What actually works is combining crops with different growth speeds and root depths. I regularly grow lettuce and radishes beneath young tomato plants. The lettuce gets harvested before the tomatoes fully expand, which gives two crops from the same space. Basil under peppers also works surprisingly well because it shades the soil and reduces moisture loss during hot weather. Shallow raised beds cause weak harvests. Many small raised beds are simply too shallow. Tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers need deeper root zones than most people realize. I've found that 16 to 18 inches of total soil depth produces much healthier plants in compact gardens. The soil mix matters too. Too much compost holds excessive moisture and reduces oxygen around roots. My best results usually come from a mix close to 40% compost, 40% quality topsoil, and 20% aeration material like perlite or rice hulls. Hydroponics works incredibly well in tiny spaces. People overcomplicate hydroponics. Some of the best lettuce I've ever grown came from simple bucket systems with air stones and nutrient solution. Hydroponics shines in small spaces because you can stack production vertically while avoiding many soil diseases. But here's where beginners fail: they obsess over nutrients and ignore water temperature. Once reservoirs overheat, oxygen levels drop and roots weaken quickly. Keeping reservoirs shaded matters more than expensive additives. Most balconies don't get enough sunlight for fruiting crops. This is where many gardeners waste time. Tomatoes and peppers need strong direct sunlight to produce heavily. 4 hours of weak light is usually not enough. If your growing area gets limited sun, focus on leafy greens, herbs, spinach, kale, and green onions instead. Those crops tolerate partial shade much better and still produce consistently. Reflective surfaces can also help small gardens. Even a nearby white wall can bounce additional light back onto plants. Pruning matters more in small gardens in tight spaces. Overcrowding destroys airflow and increases disease pressure fast. I aggressively prune lower tomato leaves once plants mature because it reduces fungal problems from soil splash during watering. Herbs should also be harvested strategically instead of randomly. Proper pruning forces fuller growth and keeps plants productive longer. Succession planting changes everything. The most productive small gardens are constantly rotating crops. Instead of planting everything once, I stagger planting dates every few weeks. When lettuce finishes, basil replaces it. When garlic comes out, beans move in immediately. That's how experienced gardeners keep small spaces productive for entire seasons instead of just a few weeks. Small space gardening isn't really about space. It's about efficiency. Once you understand how roots, moisture, airflow, and sunlight behave in confined areas, even a tiny patio can produce serious food. If this video helped you rethink small space gardening, Subscribe to Farmogic and share this with another gardener who's trying to grow more food in less space.